All right, so get this. Have you ever thought about golf carts and thought multi-million dollar industry?
Probably not the first thing that springs to mind.
Right. Well, it's true. We're diving into the world of golf cart rentals today because, believe it or not, it's a market projected to hit a whopping $422 million by 2024.
Yeah, it's pretty wild how it's blown way past just golf courses, wouldn't you say?
Right. And Small Business Kings, or STK as I'll probably call them, lays it all out in this guide we're diving into.
Okay.
They say this market is growing at a steady 3.3% each year.
Wow.
That's not chump change. What's really driving that growth beyond the fairway, though?
Well, for starters, think about the image of a golf cart.
Yeah,
It's become synonymous with leisurely travel, especially in places like resorts and beach towns.
makes sense.
Tourists are loving them.
Yeah.
Plus, you can't ignore the pandemic's influence.
Oh, right.
Remember those early days when everyone was craving a little safe open-air isolation?
Yeah,
Golf carts kind of fit that bill perfectly, making them even more appealing.
totally. I don't know about you, but when I hear multi-million dollar market, I immediately picture those corporate giants, right?
Right.
But here's where it gets interesting. SBK points out that the top four golf cart rental companies only account for about 40% of the revenue.
Hmm.
That leaves a whole lot of pie up for grabs.
Yeah, it's true. This isn't a market dominated by a few big players. There's a lot of room for new businesses to emerge, especially those with a unique angle or a focus on a specific niche.
So this could be your ticket to entrepreneurial success. And if you're wondering who exactly would rent these things besides golfers, SBK has a whole list of target audiences. We're talking tourists, hotels, travel agencies, even vacation rentals. Interesting.
Think about those Airbnbs that want to offer their guests something extra. They even mentioned adventure seekers. Seems like some people just love the open-air freedom of cruising around in a golf cart.
You know,
Who needs a convertible, right? Okay, so you've got this image of happy tourists zipping around in your golf carts, but let's get real for a second. What's it actually take to get this thing off the ground?
that's where SBK's guide really shines. They don't shy away from the nuts and bolts. And believe me, there's a lot more to it than just picking up a few used carts.
Oh, I bet they had a whole section on equipment and costs that had my jaw dropping. Apparently, building a decent fleet of, say, 10 to 20 golf carts could set you back anywhere from $50,000 to $200,000. That's a serious chunk of change. It is, and those are just the upfront costs. SBK does a great job of highlighting the hidden expenses that a lot of first-time entrepreneurs might overlook.
Yeah, like what? Give us the rundown.
Think about it. You'll need maintenance equipment to keep those carts in tip-top shape. Then there's software for managing bookings, tracking your fleet, maybe even handling payments, and don't forget about branding.
Oh, right.
You might want uniforms for your staff or even some snazzy signage. It all adds up.
They even mentioned the cost of a storage facility, which makes total sense. You've got to keep those carts somewhere safe and secure when they're not out on the road.
Exactly, and that's another expense that can vary widely depending on your location and whether you're renting or buying the space.
Hmm.
This is why, even if it seems like a fun, straightforward business,
Mm-hmm.
SBK is really hammering home the importance of a rock-solid business plan.
Okay, so it's not just about loving golf carts. You need to be business savvy, too.
Absolutely. You need to have a clear understanding of your expenses, your potential revenue streams, and how you're going to reach profitability. This is where that CAC payback period comes into play, which SBK talks about. Have you heard of this before?
Yeah, they mentioned it. Refresh my memory, though.
So imagine this. You spend $100 on marketing to get a new customer in the door right.
Right.
The CAC payback period tells you how long it takes for that customer's rentals to put that $100 back in your pocket.
Okay, that makes sense. So the faster you earn back what you spent to get that customer, the better, right?
Exactly. The shorter the CAC payback period, the more efficient your marketing is, and that ties directly into choosing the right marketing strategies from the get-go.
So if you're spending a fortune on ads that only bring in one-time renters, you're in trouble.
Exactly. You want to make sure your marketing is cost-effective and that it's attracting the right kind of customers, the ones who will rent from you again and again. It's about building a loyal customer base.
Speaking of attracting the right customers, this next bit from SBK really blew my mind. They say that a whopping 69%
Wow.
of bookings in the golf cart rental world happen online.
Yeah.
69%. That's huge.
It really highlights how essential a strong online presence is in this day and age.
For sure.
SBK stresses the importance of a user-friendly website,
Right.
but it's got to be more than just a pretty face. You need a seamless online booking system built right in.
Yeah, because who wants to deal with phone calls and back and forth emails in 2024, right? We want to book our carts with a few taps on our phones while sipping our morning coffee. Exactly.
It's all about convenience for the customer. But having that online booking is just the first step. You've got to drive people to your website in the first place.
Right.
SBK gives some good advice about that too.
Yeah, they mentioned partnering with local businesses, maybe even those vacation rental hosts we talked about earlier. Seems like a natural fit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate the power of social media. Imagine eye-catching photos of your golf carts against a stunning beach backdrop that's marketing gold. You can even experiment with a little paid advertising to reach a wider audience.
So it's about creating a whole ecosystem for your business, both online and within your community. Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, SBK had a few final recommendations. They seem pretty insistent about keeping a close eye on fuel prices, especially for those short-term rentals.
Rightfully so. Imagine planning your rental rates around $4 a gallon gas, and then bam, prices jump to 6.
Ouch.
SBK knows what they're talking about.
Mm.
Fuel costs are volatile. You need to be prepared to adjust your pricing or find ways to mitigate those fluctuations if you want to keep your profit margins healthy.
Like offering a mix of gas and electric carts, maybe?
That's one smart strategy.
They also stress the importance of requiring a valid driver's license and a clean driving record. Can't have just anyone behind the wheel of those carts.
Safety first. And lastly, they highlighted the importance of top-notch customer service, even recommending 24/7 support.
Which, let's be honest, is almost expected these days, especially in the tourism industry.
Yeah, it goes a long way in building customer loyalty.
Yeah.
Someone rents a cart from you once and has a great experience. They'll be back again the next time they're in town.
So it seems like starting a golf cart rental business is about more than just loving the open road, right? It's about business savvy, marketing know-how, and a genuine passion for creating a great customer experience.
I couldn't agree more. And with the rise of electric vehicles and this global push towards sustainability, maybe we'll see a whole new wave of eco-friendly golf cart rental businesses popping up.
Now there's a thought-provoking idea to leave our listeners with. Will we see solar-powered golf carts dominating the market in the future? Only time will tell. For now, though, we hope this deep dive into the world of golf cart rentals has given you plenty to think about. Until next time.